Yeah, there you are.
So you had me on the wrong thing?
I didn't have you on the wrong thing. That was marked mic 2, and I had mic 2 turned up, but it's actually mic 3. Talk now?
I'm talking now.
Why am I? Okay, wow, there's an echo thing going on. Okay, hang on.
I want to wear the headphones tonight, by the way.
Do you really?
Yeah, I really do, yeah.
Why?
Well, because I'm assuming that in those headphones you're hearing how we're actually being recorded. And I never hear us until I listen to part of the show, so I want to know what I sounded like going into it.
I'm getting me again, and I'm assuming I'm getting me again from there. But yeah,
I think you're just cocky.
I'm not cocky. Okay, now I'm not hearing it. Okay. You talk.
This is so fucking far away.
Don't yell.
I wasn't. I have to. I feel like I'm that far away.
From what?
From you, from the mic.
But being far away from me doesn't matter.
It does for me to believe I'm in a conversation with you.
All right. There. Do you really want to wear this?
Yes.
All right, Jeff. It's going to be loud.
I like it loud.
I like to move it. I like to move it. You ready?
I was born ready.
That is a heads-up quarter.
Is it 25 times as lucky as a heads-up penny?
It's 25 times as valuable as a heads-up penny.
I didn't see that answer coming.
Two guys, one podcast. I'm one guy. No pinching, only punching. What kind of girl do you think I am? Two guys, one podcast.
And I'm the other. Yes. No, I'm not kidding you, but yes, there was. It is my favorite part of the show.
Two guys, one podcast.
I don't even remember what we were talking about, but I'm almost positive you're wrong.
Two guys, one podcast. And this is the podcast. Welcome to Two Guys, One Podcast. I'm one guy.
And I'm the other.
And this is the podcast.
I got to tell you, I know you saw me walk in and you thought I was just being lazy because I'm in, kind of my pajamas. It's late, but that's no excuse. I just want to announce that tonight is the Naked Show. I'm doing it. And hey, you don't have to do it. I'm getting naked and doing the show. And if you're listening, you should get naked and listen to the show.
I'll agree with that. More than that, if you get naked and listen to the show, you should photograph yourself doing such and send in photographic evidence. Two guys, one pod at me.com.
I disagree because it's going to be some dude taking a picture as he's walking to the refrigerator to get in a glass of milk.
Okay,
because he's parched.
In that case,
and there's like a photo of his dong just walking by.
I'm saying give us a creative hint that perhaps you were watching this in the buff. I'm saying give us a little kneecap and your stereo. Give us a little feet crossed, bare, in the bathtub and headphones or something. I don't know.
I was thinking having a pina colada made out of a pineapple in your crotch and be sipping from a really abnormally long straw.
Maybe that's how you listen to the show.
I would. Yes, I would. I don't think I could get the pina colada. If you had me a straw that went from my crotch to my mouth, I don't think I have the lung capacity to counterbalance that amount of gravity.
Do you like pina coladas? Do you like getting caught in the rain?
It depends. Is it hot outside? Then yes. Is it cold outside? No.
I'm trying to think of the times in my life, if there are any, that I've enjoyed getting caught in the rain. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple. When I lived in New Orleans, there were times where rain was nice. Like, because you get that weird, you get that afternoon rain, like every day, every single day it rains, like for 45 minutes in the middle of the day.
Right.
And it's always nice. Like, it's nice and it's like cooling, and then the steam comes off the street, and I don't know.
And then it's muggy beautiful. And sticky, and you got to swim to the next stall, and it's pretty gross.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's true too.
Here's what people do that all the time. They have a picture in their head, and whenever they go to verbalize it, they make it sound real sexy and romantic.
Right.
When that actual situation sucks. Like people who, like whenever you see in movies and girls fantasize of, coming home and there's like sticky notes or jelly beans or M&Ms or whatever leading her to a certain destination. It turns out it's on top of the roof, and her boyfriend has made a candlelight dinner under the stars. And it always looks sexy and romantic, and that's how girls believe it truly is. Let me tell you, it ain't. First off, as a dude, when you plan to do that move, a couple factors you really got to think about.
How steep is your roof?
Oh yeah, that's one of them. Yeah. I would assume that since you've thought about doing it, that was the first thing that you thought about. But
I tried a romantic gesture on the roof once without considering what my roof was like.
Did you really?
It's one of those. Well, yeah, I hadn't been in the apartment that long, but it was a 2-story apartment, and you had a window that it wasn't really made to climb out of and sit on the roof, but it was accessible. It was the kind of thing that was really easy to do. Hey, I can climb out of the bed into this little window, through this little window or whatever out on the roof. And I was like, yeah, that'd be sweet. Like we could have a little picnic up there or something.
Wait, had you done this before? Had you climbed out the window to get to the roof?
No.
Okay.
I had looked at the window and thought to myself, well,
and you romanticized it and thought, oh, this would be so romantic, and then found out you're a retard.
And I literally, I didn't get caught in the middle of the date that way. But what happened was, like, it was on the day that I was planning on springing this on her. Like, I had not done anything else. I think maybe even it was Valentine's Day or something. But I hadn't done any. This was in college years ago. I hadn't done anything else.
My experience was in college too.
Nice. Yeah. I hadn't planned anything else for Valentine's Day except this grand gesture of, hey, we'll do a picnic at night on the roof. And then that morning it occurred to me, I ought to check the roof and see what issues might arise. And I made it through the window.
Couldn't get back in?
Well, it just became apparent immediately that there was no way that the two of us were going to lay on the roof and be comfortable about, like, our stability on the roof,
What was your romantic idea that you're laying on the roof?
Well, I thought,
like you're not having sex on it.
Well, no, I thought like I'd throw out a blanket, and I don't know, we'd have fucking whatever we were gonna eat. We'd eat something up there, and just like kind of chit chat, lay there, look at the stars. Never mind the fact that I didn't even know if I had a fucking view. As it turns out, there wasn't much of a view. There was like a weird, ugly tree hanging over it. Anyway,
I just see you laying next to each other, trying to fucking eat.
Well, it was my freshman year too. So like, I all of my attempts were less than suave. Let's just put it like that.
You were trying to do the least amount of work to get the pussy. Is what you were doing.
Pretty much. I was trying to score the home run, and I thought,
like, to get this chick,
rooftop will get me there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One gesture, rooftop, 5 dates, or a rooftop.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is, I think I ended up at Super One Foods or whatever at 7:30 that evening, right before I was supposed to pick her up, and spent $20 on a stuffed bear and a Hallmark card or something, It was a terrible Valentine's. I didn't get pussy. I didn't, just for the record, I didn't get laid that night.
You leave. You make the notes, and you make it like, she walks in the house like, go upstairs.
Yeah.
Climb out the window. Be careful.
Be very careful. Turn back around, get back in the bed. Yeah. Your teddy bear is in front of you.
Yeah. Be careful. The left shingle is loose.
Yeah, it was not. I wasn't by myself.
Like, she's into it until she gets that last note. She's like, fuck this guy. I'm leaving.
Guy. I'm really done. Funny story. About a month and a half later, burglar came in that window.
No way.
Climbed through the roof. Oh, no, excuse me. They went out that way. They came in the back. There was like a sliding glass door that didn't quite lock. They came in the sliding glass door, stole a bunch of stuff, and then when they heard me opening the front door, they escaped into the
with their bag
of
goods.
They're like, my roommate. I had a roommate that was a smoker at the time. They stole literally like a carton of cigarettes and a pistol from her, and they stole like a boot knife and a pack of dirty playing cards from me, and a couple of pornos. I had like a couple of Penthouse letters.
Dude, I don't think that's what happened at all. After hearing more of the story. Okay, first off, what broke ass fucking burglar is going to rob a college student? One.
It was kids. It was kids from down the neighborhood. It was a terrible neighborhood that I lived in, and it was little hoodlum children.
Dude, that's not at all what happened. Was the porn yours?
Yeah.
Here's what happened. Was it tapes, magazines?
No, it was magazines. It was like Penthouse letters, or Forum or whatever.
Dude, I think that she stole your porn. Listen to me. Let me finish. she stole your porn, right? Didn't really steal it, but she was upstairs using it as she heard the door open because you came home from class early. She knew that you ritualistically go into your bedroom, open where the porn is, just to check on it because you're that kind of guy, and panicked.
Probably.
And panicked. So she just started like, oh, fuck. I guess she's going to catch me with this. Oh, I'll say it was stolen. Wait, I couldn't have stole it. Oh, the kids down the street stole it. But it'd be weird if only the porn was stolen. Okay, I got this knife, packet of carton of cigarettes under the bed. That's nice. Then she threw all the shit out. And be like, oh, Joel, we were right. We've been burgled.
Right. Her bedroom was downstairs with her gun, with her carton of cigarettes, with her knife. So it was my knife, excuse me. I had a knife, she had the pistol. But what I'm saying is she would have had to heard me open the door, run down the stairs, which were directly in front of the door, gone to her bedroom, stolen the rest of the stuff, and then gotten back up and climbed out the window.
Why?
What are you talking about? Why? That was the sequence of like.
Dude, her room downstairs. First off, you never saw the burglar. Her room's downstairs. Why would she?
She wasn't in town when it happened. By the way, that was why it wasn't her.
But in the scenario,
yeah.
Why would she?
By the way, it's kind of uncomfortable with you naked. By the way, it's like.
And we're talking about a girl stealing your porn and using it for reasons.
I thought it was gonna be fine. It was just like you're sitting on your clothes, right? Because other people use that chair.
No, I'm not. I'm bare ass in this chair.
Right,
but the deal is, if I go any further away from this table, I mean, you get to see the promised land.
That's what I'm saying. It's the full Monty. So just stay there.
Dude, you know what this does? It keeps me close to the mic.
Well,
every show's naked show.
I can't say that I like the trade-off, but
I'd rather not hear you.
Okay, then. Did you say you had a word of the day or no word of the day?
I was supposed to have a word of the day. I forgot, man.
That's okay. That's all right. But you do have a man scouting badge.
Yeah, I do have a man scouting badge. All right, so Boy Scouts can get the stamp collecting badge.
I had an aunt that was a stamp collector.
No, you didn't.
I know. Honest to God, she was a stamp collector. She was also a mental patient. She literally was one of those people that got sent away as a young woman because she was off and had electroshock therapy, the whole 9 yards. Strange bird, that one.
You said your aunt?
Yeah, she's an aunt. No, but this is on my
father's side. Is it a great aunt?
No, it's on my father's side. So that whole family is like 10 years older.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So like she's the same. Well, she's 10 years older than any of my other aunts would be, should be, whatever. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Strange one, but she did. She was a stamp collector. Tried to get me into. You know what? I think she bought me an album and here's a
starter kit.
Yeah, I think she got me like a $40 starter kit one year. Yeah, I think maybe so. It's weird shit, dude.
It's fucking weird. Now, aren't you glad you can now kind of wallpaper over that memory with a new memory of stamp collecting?
I'm excited about it. A man scouting badge, stamp collecting.
Yes.
I got my theories on this one.
It is when you sleep with 5 women. I guess it could be men too. Who knows? So if you sleep with 5 people that happen to have tramp stamps, you're on your way to stamp collecting. The trick is when you pull out and finish. I mean, if you pull out and finish, you have. I mean, to stamp collect, you have to. Sorry. You finish on the stamp, then grab the sheets and wrap her up as if she's about to be mailed.
See?
And you are stamp collecting.
See, I was with you mostly because I like tattoos. I do. But you always got to take it one step too far. I can't get behind that, man. I can't get behind the sheets.
Dude, anybody can hook up with a chick with a tramp stamp. I mean, that's hence tramp stamp. Like, that's the easy part.
Here's the first time that you mentioned
packaging them is the difficult one.
The first time that you packaging them and then ever getting to sleep with them again, I would think would be the difficult part.
That's why they call it. That's part of it being a tramp stamp. What do you do with a stamp? You lick it, you mail it, you never see it again.
That's terrible.
Like it's inherent in the name tramp stamp.
The opinions and thoughts of other guy are not those of management. You can direct your grievances to 2guys1pod@me.com. I'll forward them along. I'll say this. You mentioned stamp collecting, and I assumed it was have sex with a certain number of women with a tramp stamp. Is a tramp stamp, by the way, only the lower back tattoo?
Only the lower back tattoo.
So, like, for instance, neck does not count? Back of the neck?
No.
See?
The point is of having a stamp, having a tattoo back there is so that when you bend over, people are drawn to looking at that area.
Fair enough. All right.
Why do you make shit so difficult?
I don't mean to make it difficult. I try to get down to the heart of the matter. That's all I'm working on, man. Like, I'm just trying to make sure that I understand where you're coming from.
You make it difficult to tell a story.
I'm not exclusive to the tramp stampers. I'll say that. I had to think long and hard, though, to find a woman in memory that I've slept with that didn't have a tattoo.
Really?
Yeah. I finally came up with one that I know of, and there's a second that's a possibility, and I honest to God can't remember. I think she had one, like maybe on her ankle or something, but it's a thing for me. Like, I got tattoos. I like tattoos. I like tattoos on women. I like tattoos on women more than I like tattoos on men. I mean, more than I like. I mean, more than I like tattoos on me is what I meant. You know what I meant.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Fuck you. I meant I like tattoos on women more than I like tattoos on me. That one's getting clipped and getting in the intro at some point, I can tell.
So,
by the way, at some point, my voice will return. I'm convinced. Someday it'll come back to me. Boss asked me to order a new one from Amazon the other day. I was like, I didn't see that on the marketplace, but I'll look it up.
I wish you could order a new voice. Like, I would get mine subtitled. Just dubbed. My voice would be dubbed poorly. Like, there's a second and a half delay of everything I say between my lips moving and my sound coming.
Well, I mean, that'd be nice for me and Mrs. Other Guy. It wouldn't do our audience much good, though. Like, they wouldn't notice any difference, except for our conversation would be stuttered, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there'd be long pauses before you started talking.
What were we talking? Oh, we're talking about you couldn't think of a girl that you'd slept with that didn't have a tattoo.
Oh yeah, one, maybe two in the whole. And it's not. I mean, look, it's not like I've slept with 100 women, but I mean, I've been around. Yeah, I've been around, and the vast majority of them, there's literally one, maybe two that weren't tattooed in some way.
I honestly couldn't say how many were and how many weren't. I don't think very many were.
I mean, Mrs. Other Guy doesn't have any.
No, none.
You don't have any. Well, I mean, you got one, but that's
three.
Normal. Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, then. I didn't realize you had three.
Yeah,
but those were all early college tattoos. Right?
Yeah, they were. I've got on my right shoulder blade. I have a tribal tat, but it's a tribal comedy and tragedy mask.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I got my first tattoo when I was 24, I think. I got my second when I was 27, 28. I was 28 when I got my second.
I got my first tattoo when I was 18, and I didn't get another tattoo until I was about 24.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah.
Well, that's not it. Yeah, that's early college and post college.
No, I was still in college.
I forgot you were on the 10-year plan. I know a lot of people. That was common around here.
Here's the deal, man. I had scholarships and other financial aid and stuff. I mean, there's no really loans I had to take out, and because my dad's a 100% disabled veteran, I was tuition exempt.
So it was just money in the bank.
Yeah,
like literally.
Yeah,
I like it.
Didn't have to work. Go out, party, get drunk. I mean, do really whatever I want to with no consequences of, well, I got to pay rent. You know,
right.
Like, so it was an interesting college, and I stayed in college exactly until those scholarships and funds ran out.
And then you were like, you know what? College is not the place for me.
Like literally, I had like my next semester, I would had to have taken a loan out. I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I love this until I got to pay for it.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this while everyone else was footing the bill.
Yeah.
If we could go back there, I would be much more interested in the educational experience. Let's get to a little news first, and then I've got some listener mail that we'll get to too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First off,
Let me guess who it's from. By the way, when we get to that point.
All right. First off, you sent me this headline. This by the way is from popsci.com. Headline: DNA test finds horse meat in UK hamburgers. There is no clear explanation at this time for the presence of horse DNA. That's the quote that they highlighted. The Irish version of the FDA, they're called the FSAI, has found distinctly non-beef animal protein. By the way, if you and I ever start a band, I think non-beef animal protein should be the name of it. We should be a death metal band. It'd be amazing.
Because that's a difficult way to say chickens.
Yeah. So they found distinctly non-beef animal protein in ground meat labeled beef. In some supermarkets, meat from 2 Irish processing plants has been found to contain substantial portions of pig and, curiously, horse DNA. Of 27 samples analyzed, 23 were found to contain pork and 10 were found to contain horse meat. In one sample collected from Tesco, that's a major supermarket chain all over the UK, approximately 29% of the meat was found to be horse meat. That's not a little bit.
29% of my meat's horse meat.
That's
a low blow. It's such a low one. I couldn't.
It was low hanging fruit. That's true.
It was. I feel bad about that one.
29% is not a small number, though. Like, that's more than a quarter of the meat was horse meat. For God's sake, It's not a rounding error.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the deal: is we recently traveled to Europe.
Yeah.
Specifically Ireland. And after reading this article, I really don't care if it was horse meat.
Well, you texted me, and first off, before I read the article, the way that you had texted me, you were like, I'm just saying, think about that the next time. Because hamburgers are, like, to say that they were 90% of my diet.
They're more than that.
They're more than that. So I assume that the article specifically had to do with fast food meat. But what I texted you back was, I don't care if they come out tomorrow and say it's Cambodians, truthfully. What
if it was people?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Cambodian people. That's what I meant.
Soylent Green hamburgers?
Yes. If they came out tomorrow and it was found, just like Manti Te'o's imaginary girlfriend, if they came out and said,
I fucking hate you so bad in this moment right now.
I'm going to name the name of this episode is going to be Manti Te'o's imaginary girlfriend and other things other guy hates. So anyway.
That shit's going into room 101.
Do what?
Isn't that what the game's called?
Room 101?
Yeah, I want to say it's actually there's a show about it. I want to say in England. Like celebrities come on or somebody comes on and if you could take one thing.
Oh, and put it in the room?
And put it in the room and it's just gone from this world.
Oh, that would be the thing?
Yeah.
That's nice. So yes, if it comes
could
out
be
tomorrow,
121,
if
111,
Deadspin comes out tomorrow and breaks the story that McDonald's is fucking Soylent Green. Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm assuming they're waiting until they're dead, probably, because McDonald's it's not going to be worthwhile monetarily to kill them. You know what I mean? Maybe they're growing them,
and that is why you're the bad person in this relationship.
Yes,
you don't mind eating people. Like, you are so stuck into a habit, you're so adverse to trying something new. You'd rather eat people than change it.
Look, man, Hey, look, if you told me that Burger King wasn't people, I would switch to Burger King again. Like, I'm not.
Now you're a quitter.
I'm just saying. But if you told me all fast food hamburger and not just is now, not like they switched it one day, but if you're telling me for years, one guy, you've been eating up people. It's been people since you were a small child.
What if you knew it was made out of aborted fetuses? Would you still eat it?
Boy, I'd feel real bad about it. But at the same time, I would at least feel a little like a circle of life kind of. I'm just saying, here's what I'm saying.
You disgust me on so many levels.
I only eat like 15 things. I only eat like 15 things. I think Honey Bun numbered them. Honest to God, I think it's 27.
Yeah, we talked about it on an early episode.
Yeah, okay. 27 things, man. don't take away one of them, man. I'm chiseling them away with my own craziness anyway. Like sooner or later, it's going to be me on vitamin pills and wheatgrass or something anyway. So like, don't rush me to get there, please, Lord, don't let it be.
You're
people.
slowly devolving into a cow.
please.
That's what you're gonna. You just start eating grass, you turn into a cow, and then you're ground up and fed to some other schmuck who's doing the same thing you are.
That's weird. I hadn't thought about it like that. That's a circle of life thing, though. You know what? As long as you give me until like I'm 95, 100, I'm kind of okay with it.
That's the plot of
let it be a slow process.
I think that's a plot of like a Goosebumps novel.
I think Stephen King just started. He optioned that. Don't.
No, he's above that. That's like low level.
Have you read any of the recent ones?
No.
There's some shitty Stephen King novels lately. Just so you know. All right. So anyway, for the record. Yeah, I'm fine if it's horse meat. I don't care. I like horses, but I don't like. I'm assuming they're waiting until they're dead, or like when they die of natural causes, they break a leg, whatever.
Who wants old horse meat? How old is that one? 6 months. All right, give me that one.
On that note, I got this one story. I got a story about the Urban Dictionary, but I'm going to save that until next week when we have a word of the day.
All right, cool.
So that's a tease. That's what we radio professionals call a tease. Here's my other news story, and then we'll get to listener mail. Headline, this is from BBC News. U.S. employee outsourced his job to China.
I immediately hope his job's prostitution.
I love this story. I love this story so much, and I got to tell you, like, I'm
what a genius! That's the fucking American way. Does he get fired? No, you can't. Nothing. You can't do anything bad to this cat.
Well, his job, it involved a security risk, and so they are going to bust him. But I immediately went to imagining whether or not I could afford to outsource my own job, and at what point it could be financially feasible. A security check on a U.S. company has reportedly revealed one of its staff was outsourcing his work to China. The software developer in his 40s was thought to spend his workdays surfing the web, watching cat videos on YouTube, and browsing Reddit and eBay. He reportedly paid just a fifth of his six-figure salary to a company based in Shenyang to do his job. Operator Verizon says the scam came to light after the U.S. firm asked it for an audit suspecting a security breach. According to Andrew Valentine of Verizon, the infrastructure company requested that the operator's risk team last year to investigate some anomalous activity on its virtual private network logs. The organization had been slowly moving toward a more telecommuting-oriented workforce. Well, first off, that explains how he could get away with it. He was working from home when this was or he was quote unquote working from home when this was happening.
I want to work at home for six figures.
I know, right? In order to accomplish this, they'd set up some fairly standard VPN concentrator approximately 2 years prior to I receiving their call. So the company goes into these people's houses. They set up these virtual private networks so that they can connect directly to the servers at work to do their work from home and telecommute.
It's like the story of like Argo just came out, and this is like the story of the laziest spy ever.
The company had discovered the existence of an open and active VPN connection from Shenyang to the employee's workstation that went back months, Mr. Valentine said, and it had then called on Verizon to look into what it had suspected had been malware. So they thought it was malware. They were like, a program's been infected on this computer. Please look into this and track these guys down. So the security company began to follow it up. Central to the investigation was the employee himself, the person whose credentials had been used to initiate and maintain a VPN connection from China. Further investigation of the employee's computer had revealed hundreds of PDF documents of invoices from the Shenyang contractor. Wow. So this dude had been paying him monthly, and he had lots of PDFs of it on his work computer. It just goes to show you can get away with this shit if you just blamed it on him as terrorism. Oh, my God. They were stealing our corporate information. I knew nothing about it. You just got to keep the invoices on your home computer, not your work computer. That's really easy. The employee, an inoffensive and quiet but talented man versed in several programming languages, spent less than 1/5 of his six-figure salary for a Chinese firm to do his job for him. Authentication was no problem. He FedExed his RSA, that's their security token, to China so that the third-party contractor could log in under his credentials during the workday. It would appear that he was working an average of 9 to 5 workday. This is a brilliant scheme, and I want to know how I can do it.
But they weren't like, yeah, he's working a 9-to-5 work day, but he's doing all his work really like 2 a.m. to fucking 12 p.m. till noon.
No, the way that it was working, the Chinese company was routing through his home and working regular hours, regular American hours.
Oh. So that Chinese worker's really working from...
Well, it was probably some college kid in China that was working, at 2 a.m., until 5 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning, whatever it is, however that works out. I don't know. I don't do math. Anyway, the employee no longer works at the firm. He's going to be busted probably. He's going to have to pay the... Well, actually, okay, here you go. So all told, it looks like now he was earning several $100,000. We're talking about $300,000 or $400,000 annually, and he only had to pay the Chinese consulting firm about $50,000 annually. The dude made out like a bandit.
Yeah, that's...
I'm just saying.
Good on him.
I don't know how well that would work in radio, though. I don't know how much I could outsource radio to China.
Yeah, that would be tough.
You think they would notice the accent change, right?
Unless they're like a voice actor, like you send it to a voice actor.
I imagine voice actors in China, though, don't get paid regular Chinese wages, don't you think? Like the whole point is that this guy was going to work for a fifth of the salary.
Yeah, you got to think that if you're a Chinese voice actor, you get paid pennies.
Maybe so. All right, then. I'm going to look into this now, but don't tell my boss.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm with that.
I think we should. Can we outsource the podcast?
No, that would suck. What are you looking for now, listener man?
JaVale is here. Ooh.
Yeah.
Can I guess now?
Yes.
Is it someone who has already mailed in?
Yes.
Okay. Did we know them in college?
No.
Do I know them?
No.
Do you know them?
Barely.
Damn it, I don't know.
You don't know?
Is it she who shan't be named?
I don't even remember who shan't be named. Oh, no, it's not she who shan't be named. I don't know her.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you emailed her back and forth a couple times, like, "Hey, how's the relationship going?" I don't know what the fuck you do in your off time.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. No, I don't. I forgot who she. No, it's not her.
All right, I give up.
It's Eaglet Joe.
Oh, all right on. I just thought you knew her better than barely.
I've only been around
is
her
this
like 3 or 4
turf war?
No.
Should be.
I say that. It might be. I haven't read this email, actually. So this is new to me, too. Might be terrible, and this might all get cut. I don't think it will, though. Props. Number 1. First of all, she's subject titled. She subjected this. Subjected? Is there a verb for that? The subject of this email is leaving on a jet plane.
She subjected it?
Yeah, she subjected it to this email. Leaving on a jet plane. She titled it Leaving on a Jet Plane. How about that? That'll work. Number 1, props to the other guy for taking the wifey to Italy for the honeymoon. Woot, woot.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, I have managed to fly a lot over the last few years and haven't come across too many D-bags, but I do remember one trip where I wanted to have a come to Jesus with a guy. I was sitting in a terminal for a 2-hour delay after an hour layover because of rain. Rain! A guy gets off the plane. She literally said that in capital letters. A guy gets off the plane.
I thought you were just taking some creative licenses.
No. A guy gets off the plane and that I was waiting for to take me to San Jose and starts yelling at the counter clerk that his flight was delayed from Boston due to rain in Boston and missed his connection. I'm sitting next to a woman who's traveling with 2 kids under the age of 4, and she had her shit together, but this guy's all but kicking on the ground like a toddler. I wanted to be like, dude, calm the F down. Last time I checked, Southwest doesn't have a direct phone line to God to get him to stop the rain. Look around. We are all behind schedule, and you live in a land of technology. Jump onto your PDA or something, but just shut up. Please and thank you. Rant over. Sincerely, Eaglet Joe. So there you go. That's one person at least backing me up with the asshole on the plane issue, or in her case, the asshole in the terminal. But
who uses a PDA anymore?
All right, so she's.
I mean, was that story from 1994?
Possibly, I don't know when Eaglet Joe went to San Jose. I don't think it was from 1994 because she would have been very young in '94. Let's just say she probably wouldn't have jumped up and said "calm the F down" to a grown man in '94. I don't know exactly how young she would have been, but too young probably to say "calm the F down." At least not and get in '94. A kid would have gotten smacked in public for saying "calm the F down."
I don't know.
You could still smack kids in '94, couldn't you?
I don't have issues. I don't have issues with airlines.
It is. Look, I love the idea that we can travel so fast so safely, et cetera, et cetera. The airlines are amazing, and I love them and I praise them. I'm just saying, it's an uncomfortable experience. The other thing that I'll say, I think you have, I mean, it's not like I'm debilitated by it, and it's not like you are a completely outgoing, social, want to be in the middle of a crowd person. But there's something to be said about a lot of people suffer from different levels of like public anxiety, or what's the word? There's another, I can't remember there's something that they term it so that they can
It's
give
called
you a
being a
prescription
pussy.
for it. Maybe. I don't know. A lot of people get freaked out in public. Like when you're in a crowd, when you're in a different situation, it can be very alarming to a lot of different people. And then you don't have to be crazy to feel that way. Although I did tell the story earlier about the aunt that got shock treatment, right?
You might be a little crazy.
No, I'm more than a little crazy. I don't know where I was going with all of that.
We were talking about, you weren't the only one.
Oh, yeah.
Angered.
Igor Joe backed me up on the assholes on the plane. Anyway, it's an uncomfortable situation, but it's uncomfortable for everybody, I thought. That's always been my opinion. And so I try not to bitch about it. I always, though, have been surrounded by someone that does actively bitch about it. Like they're the only person in the world that's bothered by all these things. And, harumph, whatever. And it's just a terrible...
I mean, even whenever weird or uncomfortable or stuff happens on a flight that I think's ridiculous, it never bothers me.
Well, yeah, but that's because you've got a very centered and grounded, but we're being hurtled through space, people. Don't worry about it.
I'm just like, like...
You know how long covered wagons would take to get where we're going?
Yeah, no, but like, even if somebody's like, he broke the bathroom, and now we have to pee in soft drink cups. That doesn't bother. All right, give me the cup. I mean...
Do you know how rarely I get to piss on a cup in public?
Yeah. Yes.
That's funny. You had who are these guys?
Yeah, and I can't remember.
Something about spirit animals?
Yeah, I can't remember why I was thinking about this, but I think I was watching a show and they mentioned some crazy ladies on it, and she's like, "Oh my God, your spirit animal's a gazelle or whatever." And I was like, what if I took a journey to find out what my spirit animal was? What would it be?
Is spirit animal the same thing as Patronus, do you think?
What do you mean?
Well, like in Harry Potter where they cast the Patronus, like to run away the Dementors or whatever. And
why would you nonchalantly say that as if everybody's going to get what I'm saying?
I don't know if you know this. Harry Potter is kind of a big deal.
I gotcha. Seen the movies, read the books.
You didn't.
I
know
still
what
didn't have a fucking
was?
clue what you were talking about.
But you know what I'm talking about now, right?
Yeah.
They scare away the Dementors with the animal
right.
form.
And his is like a stag.
Right. And somebody's is a monkey, and somebody's is a gazelle, and somebody's is I don't know what they are. They're all different.
No, I think that's more like
somebody's is a phoenix.
No, I don't think that should
Dumbledore's is a phoenix.
I don't think that should be a spirit animal at all. Like, I think that's more of did you ever watch the old cartoon Visionaries?
You're gonna have to give me more to go on than the name.
It was like it was kind of like a Merlin, like King Arthur kind of thing, right? The Visionaries had the bad guys and the good guys, and they're like kind of like knights, but they were dressed more in like some kind
space type.
It looked like
He-Man.
It looked like that. Yeah, it looked like that. But on their chests was an emblem.
Right.
And they'd say a little thing, and they'd turn into that emblem, or that emblem would hop out and help them. And then, like, you had the flag bearers, and their flags would, like, one would be like an owl, and you would ask it a question. Like, you'd say it's a little chant, and ask it a question, and give you the answer.
No, I don't remember that show, but that sounds badass.
Yeah, it was a cartoon called Visionaries back in the day.
I gotta look that shit up. Is that on? Well, I wonder if it's on, like, Boomerang or something.
Oh, no, I don't think it's
I love Boomerang,
anymore.
by the way.
I like Hub.
Hub's pretty good,
Yeah.
too. Me and the kids have been watching a pup named Scooby-Doo on I think it comes on Boomerang. Love a pup named Scooby-Doo, man.
Nice. I think that's a different thing than spirit animal. I think it's what's inside you that guides you.
Oh, the Patronus. Oh, okay, I got you. No, fair enough. All right.
So it's like, I got to think, what would my spirit animal be? So what's your spirit animal, man?
Something playful and small. I'm not like a lion or a bear or anything like that. There's no animal that eats hamburgers, or I would just be that one.
That would be a creepy animal. What do I feed it? Oh, it's McDonald's.
I don't know, like hamburgers, man.
Yeah.
Just throw him a sack of burgers.
I don't want it anymore.
Just throw him a sack of burgers. I'd probably be like something like an otter, something like an otter, some sort of a woodland creature that is either an otter or maybe a badger. Badger's a little more hardcore than me.
How do you go from otter to badger?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for like small.
Like the word badger means, I'm gonna annoy the shit out of you until you do what the fuck I want you to do.
Yeah, okay. So I wouldn't be a badger then, man. Yeah, no, I'd be an otter. I'd probably be an otter.
After that previous statement, I don't know if I can trust your spirit animal instincts. I think I'd be a walrus, man.
I am the walrus.
Yeah, I'm the walrus.
I'm the walrus.
No, because like whenever you're like the king, whenever you're like the king walrus, man, like you're all sitting up.
You got tusks like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but you're ruling this shit. Like people come to you for issues.
They do? Is the walrus known as a decider?
Right, I'm talking about the other people in my walrus community.
They're
like, hey, can I?
What is a flock of walruses called? Like,
it's not a flock because you just.
Well, what is a gathering of walrus? Or what is the plural of walrus? Is it walrus?
It's a blubber of walrus. I don't know. I think it's a herd. I would think that a walrus is a herd.
What is a group of walruses called?
I think it's just walrus.
Let me check that. Would you like me to search?
Yes, I would like you to search the web since you can't answer a question.
What were your other options?
I didn't have any other options because she couldn't figure it out on her own.
Bitch. Just like a woman.
A group of walruses, this is from Wikipedia, a group of walruses is either called a herd or a pod.
All right, I can see that.
Also, walrusi is acceptable. Walruses or walrusi.
You're going to say walrusi now, aren't you?
I do.
So yeah, I mean they're like if you're the king, people come to you for stuff. You see what I'm saying?
You can also call it an ugly, apparently. An ugly of walrusi.
No, that is not true.
That's what answers.com, wiki.answers.com. I may have just made that website up. I didn't, I swear. I'll put links up. And that's going to be the name of this episode, An Ugly of Walrusi. I guess I get what you're saying. I'm trying to think. I think there was a movie recently where the walruses were at first shown as maybe like kind of rough and tumble and maybe even dangerous, but then eventually they come through. The fucking Happy Feet 2, maybe. Have you seen that? Why would you have seen Happy Feet 2? Did you see Happy Feet 1?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, I think I didn't know there was a Happy Feet 2.
There's another one. I swear in the second one there's a whole subplot that has to do with the walrus, or the walrusi, excuse me. They go and visit an ugly of walrusi.
An ugly of walrusi. Words I never thought would be said.
What do you think? What do you think about my spirit? I approve of yours wholeheartedly. I think the walrus fits you in more ways than one. Do you find another animal for me other than the otter?
Yeah, no, I think that works, man.
Yeah, I'm a pretty ottery kind of guy.
I think that works.
It's utterly perfect.
That's terrible.
Let's close the show. You ready?
I was born ready.
All right. Go visit our website, twoguysonepod.com, or like us on Facebook and tell some friends about us too. Facebook.com/twoguysonepod. Buy our shit, buy somebody's shit on Amazon, but buy it from the links at twoguysonepod.com, and send us an email and tell us something funny that we can talk about and make fun of you for on twoguysonepod@me.com. There we go. There's all of the things. I am one guy.
And I'm the other.
And this has been the podcast.
K-Link, Cabman Productions, R3, Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. Okay, so a rapper spit his lines, but he wasted his time, 'cause here comes K-Link, and it's time to shine. So everybody here from the 712, put your hands in the grind, we got something to do. Now this fool wants to trash this planet we had, and neither you nor me should be down with that. And aside from that, this crowd's gonna clap when they hear me spitting my environmental land yap. So hey there, Mr. Rap, try not to take it hard when I pick you up and move you from my front yard. I own this place, and so do they, and recycling you is gonna make my day. Just to pick it up, don't put it down, and we can be the ones that get to wear the crown of a clean hometown and a beautiful place, 'cause we can be the ones that are gonna save face. So put your hands back together and do your part. The job ain't bad, but it does take heart. Don't let this trash shy you away of the promise we have of a beautiful day. So let me hear 'em loud, those clapping hands. Do you hear that sound there, rapper man? That's 100 hands that'll do their part to clean this place, 'cause they got hearts. So clap loud and clear and keep it strong. Don't let this trash heap tag along. He's in our way, don't let him stay. Recycling you is gonna make my day. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. K-Link, Cabman Productions. YOLO, you only litter once, fool.
I would be pissed and want my advertising dollars back because they're wasting hours talking about something that's stupid.
Tell us how you really feel. Is that mic 2? It is mic 2. Why is it not? Talk again?
No, I'm done with this.
No, talk about something else.
I am. I'm about being done with it.
Why aren't you hotter than that?
I ask myself that every day.